Activation code required. Access granted. Warning. Evacuation sequence activated.
Paranormal bunker. You'll come on down and join Nikki, Robert, Kayla, and Cole. Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sit with us as we traverse the portals of the universe. Let loose the secrets of the cryptids. Make haste with the truth of conspiracy. And explore the hauntings of our world. And once again, welcome to the S4 Paranormal Bunker.
Technology.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of S4. We had a few technical difficulties here, so we are about 6 minutes late on the hour.
Sorry about that.
Friend, it's been one hell of a day. So, friend,
I hear that.
Most of our kids should be in school now. Friend,
They should be.
well, not right now. It's a little late, but friend, but. We had one starting school today. We had one going to his first MEPS appointment for the Air Force. So this is where he signs his oath, does his physical. Everything is done here. So it leads directly to basic. And then we had one that you all know and love. John just got back from his trip to Canada, friend. And I don't know how, like if the pilots had him run outside the aircraft, but they landed 20 minutes early. So, friend.
Which is a good thing. Otherwise, we would be 28 minutes late on this whole streaming thing. Because Kayla sucks at technology. You know, you have to hit start streaming before you can stream. That should have been common knowledge. And I was so freaking proud of my intro and everything.
She did good, too.
I did. I tried really to pretend like I was Cole. It was great.
Hey, cool.
Oh, God. You're actually on camera.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Bye. Friend.
Okay.
I don't want the government to see my face.
Oh, honey. They don't want to see your face either.
Oh,
my people are in high demand right now.
Ooh.
I mean, we're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Friend, rest in peace
Green.
to Graham Greene.
Yeah,
Friend.
Graham Greene. Just loved him.
Yeah. Friend,
she
he
cried
is one
when I
of
found
my
out he
favorite
died.
actors.
Same
Friend.
here.
It actually... Okay. I know my parents are getting older. It ticked me off that they didn't know who he was. Like, as soon as I showed them a picture, they immediately recognized him. But they didn't know him by name.
But they didn't.
What the hell?
By name. Yeah. No,
Friend.
I understand that. That's... You know? What was his recent stuff that he'd been in? I can't remember right now. But anyway, he was such a wonderful actor.
I would imagine he was going to start redoing the red green because they were bringing that back.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so the red green show was coming back, and I think they were gonna start. He was gonna go be on there with them. I'm not sure though, and I don't know. Like I haven't seen whether he signed contracts with them or not or anything. But he's done recently. He did a bunch of Canadian specials, like comedy specials, with a bunch of different like skit comedy type thing.
Recently? How about Twilight?
Fuck yeah! That's right.
He was the,
He's Billy.
he's Billy in Twilight Saga.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I couldn't recognize him with all the hardware, I guess.
Now I understand.
Because he's in a wheelchair for that whole thing. Not used to seeing that with him.
No,
And that always throws me off when it comes to movies, when I see someone who's in a wheelchair when I know they're not normally.
There we go. Yeah, it does. It has a tenant or someone walking with whoopsie doodle. Hang on. Sorry. I didn't realize I had my volume sky high on my other device. Yeah, when I saw, I can't remember the actress, when she was walking with a cane and acting like she was quite disabled, it was really hard to watch because you know that person, that actress, that person that you really like and enjoy watching is not that way. It's hard to see that. It's just, I don't know, it just is.
Yeah.
And then you know that there are folks that are actors that are truly disabled, and it becomes kind of standard or normal. You're adjusted to it.
Yeah.
Because you've seen them in their, whether they're on a carpet, red carpet, or I don't mean a red carpet, but on different things. Oh no.
Well, and I'm that.
I need Cole. I will have to get back to this. You're going to have to link me in. I got a situation. I will be right back. Okay.
All right. No
All right.
worries.
His last movie was done in 2025, and it's called Sweet Summer Powwow.
Okay.
It's about a young indigenous couple get a break from their troubled lives when they find each other through a summer of love on the powwow circuit.
Friend.
It hasn't even fully come out yet.
Friend. I have to give a shout out to my own tribe, the Flying Dust Reserve out of Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan. Friend. They just recently did their powwow, and it was a very huge success. So, friend, actually, there's a video of one of the youngest dancers I've ever seen. The little band was just giving her. And, friend, I'll put a link to that in our Facebook so everyone can see it. But it is a great video to see. Friend, but tonight we are talking about conspiracies. So the way this whole thing came about, we are going to talk about what our favorite conspiracies are and our most hated ones. Mm-hmm. And it can be your favorite in any way. It can be your most hated one in any way. But the way this came about was the fact that me and Kayla this weekend, we played a game based off a podcast called Last Podcast on the Left. And it's called The Real Truth. And it's an awesome game. It really is. But the first couple times you play it, the actual board game can take up to it took us 5.5 hours to get through it. And that's after the half an hour setup and going through the rules. My friend, my sister-in-law, Kayla's sister, and her wife, they showed us something that we never thought of with a board game, and it's the fact that people will actually put YouTube tutorials up of how to play a video game or a board game if you don't know it. And the first time we played this game, probably, 2-3 years ago?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Friend, we didn't have that, and it took a lot longer to set up. Once you have that, though, that is an amazing thing to have.
Yeah, because it shows you full game board setup and everything. I actually went... This is stupid, but I did look up the YouTube setup for Catan, too. And it does. It step-by-step tells you exactly where to even put the pieces.
Huh.
So that there isn't specific minerals and stuff touching each other and numbers and everything for your first setup.
You should watch more of those. Maybe it'll tell you how to win.
I suck at Catan.
Friend. But the point of this original game, the paranormal game, is the
Last
fact
podcast
that
on the left?
No,
right?
It's called The Real Truth, but it's by Last Podcast on the Left. It puts you in as a player, a user who is chasing monsters, finishing missions, and it has to do with ghosts, it has to do with aliens, it has to do with cryptids, and it has to do with conspiracies.
You're collecting paranormal creatures.
And every mission has a card that tells you either about an event that happened or a conspiracy that's out there. That combined with Kayla watching her shows that she's been watching, made me think how many conspiracies are actually out there. It's
an insane amount of conspiracies.
Yes, there are so many out there that I didn't know about, and that I'm constantly learning new ones. And then you have some of your staples like the moon landing and flat Earth.
Okay, but I can tell you one thing. So me and my mom were actually talking about this the other day. We were talking about different conspiracies and stuff, and
little Cam, hold on for your story for 1 second. She says Risk is really the only board game I've ever really enjoyed. And you know what? I love a good game of Risk.
Oh, God, yeah. We fight over that.
Yeah, we have that game. We play with our kids. And it gets just to the point where it's about to get violent, but doesn't. Which is great. But, friend...
Now, try to play it as world dictators. You have to act like the dictator the whole time that you're playing it. It adds a whole new level of crazy to that game.
Oh, I'm supposed to call Nikki and hold on.
All right.
Here. Friend.
No, but I was talking to my mom the other day about conspiracies, and my mom is an older woman, and she always laughs about all of our weird shit, and she always calls me a dork for doing all this podcasting and everything and talking about paranormal. But I was talking to her, and she goes, "Oh, well, it's like Hollow Earth." And I was like, "Okay." And she goes, "Well, yeah, like the Earth is hollow, but the moon is a spaceship. We all know that." And just put it into normal conversation and just skipped right over that whole part about the moon being a spaceship. And I was like,
fact.
What? And she goes, "Well, yeah. I mean, when they drop that thing and it dung for a while and everything else, obviously it's a spaceship."
I'm just gonna say, I want to meet the alien race that can make a spaceship out of cheese. That's amazing. Friend.
So would I.
Oh my God.
That's hysterical.
And
We'd have to talk to our Keith Andrews over that one.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, I've heard that it's Swiss cheese. How do you breathe in that? It's got holes in it.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to our Keith and say congratulations on your nuptials. Awesome.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. And hello to little Kim in the chat.
Yeah. Friend. So.
But yes, kudos. Kudos goes to
Mr.
our Keith Andrews and his wife.
Yeah.
It's such awesome news.
So, Nikki, we were just telling him how this whole conspiracy thought came about, friend, which is me and Kayla were playing a board game this weekend, and it took 5.5 hours to play. Friend,
Good God.
I've
been there. I've done that.
Oh
Yep,
God.
I've been there, done
And
that.
no one
There's a
gets
card game.
it's not like Monopoly or even
Nope.
Risk or any like those, because no one gets to leave the table. Because you don't know who's won until the last round.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much some of the games I've played.
Friend.
Love it.
But
I'm kind of a board game
What?
freak. I like board games.
I love board games and card games and things like that, but it takes me a while to learn a new one, and the last two that I learned, my God, they blew my mind. I was like, what the hell?
Okay.
What the hell
All
is
right.
this? Is this some form of D&D? What the hell is this?
yeah, I actually think we have one that you would really enjoy, Nikki.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a
What's it called?
non-drinking drinking game.
Yes.
The whole point is
So
to
it's a
get drunk.
non-alcoholic.
It's a non-alcoholic drinking game. Yes.
The
It's
whole
a-
point is to get drunk, though.
Oh, dear God.
And it's a card game that you play, and you lay down cards, and it has gambling in it.
And you have to
I'd
act
be-
like different characters from D&D realms.
Yeah.
It's actually really kind of cool. It's called Red Dragon Inn by Slugfest Games.
Yeah.
Depending upon the alcohol, that would take me forever and a day to get down.
Well,
I'm a
you don't
very
actually drink
high
anything.
No, you don't actually
No, you don't
drink
Oh,
drink
you
anything.
don't?
You
No.
Okay.
You role play drink
Yeah, it's all
Oh,
role
God.
play.
as your D&D character.
So you drink things like
As your D&D.
yeah.
Oh, dear God.
yeah. So you drink
What
things
if it's
like
a troll?
Troll Swill or Troll Swill.
Yeah.
You drink things
Exactly.
Is that a
um,
troll?
You drink
ale.
bath water.
Yeah.
like,
Not bathwater,
Oh, dear
dishwater.
God.
Dishwater. Sorry.
Dirty dishwater.
Dish.
Holy
That's
water.
nasty.
For
Holy water gives you back one constitution.
not
One
constitution.
fortitude.
Fortitude. Friend. But it is one of the most fun
Oh,
games.
God.
And our sisters-in-laws bought me my own set.
Yeah, so he gets to play
So
his
Kayla
own
got her
character
own
all
board.
the time. I got my own board.
She got a full
set.
board.
Yeah.
I got one character.
Wow.
And I don't know if you guys remember what this would have been like, but it's like releasing the Tasmanian devil into
Oh.
Bugs Bunny's world. Like, that's what this character is like. His name's Pookie.
Oh. Oh, dear God. They named him Pookie. Oh,
Right.
that's just so
yeah,
wrong.
but Cole's got the evil Pookie.
Yeah, I got Evil Pookie, and it is the best character I've ever played.
Okay,
Friend.
so with our weird D&D stuff and with our awkward board game life, anyways, we somehow got onto the topic of conspiracies because it was a conspiracy-ass board game. And when you capture, like, these things in this board game, you have to read off the conspiracy that's on there, on the card. And there was, like, 20 of them that we read off that I was like, who the hell, where did that fucking come? Like, that is way out there. That's not even, like, in the realm of my realm of, like... So, yeah, dude.
Okay, little
Well,
Cam.
I understand.
if
Oh,
you-
that's just what I was going to comment
Yeah,
on.
if you like Cards Against Humanity, What Do You Mean, and Incoherent, friend, you would actually, I think, like Red Dragon Inn.
Oh, dude, Red Dragon Inn is, like, one of the best games ever.
Because it's a
totally
game where
have to check
you're
it out.
trying to get each other so drunk in the game that you have to leave.
Yeah, but there's also gambling involved.
you're not
like, there's
really
all kinds
drunk.
of other
No,
like, aspects.
you're not drinking at all, but so you're trying to screw over your friends, while at the same time trying to keep yourself
God.
sober.
But I definitely love a good game of Cards
Your
Against
character-
Humanity. We
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
have the bigger, blacker deck. So,
Oh, God. I love Cards Against Humanity. My kid, when he was a teenager, we used to have parties at my house. And the kids, that's what they would be playing. The teenagers, that's what they'd be. Oh, my God. And then I'd hear, Nikki, you got to come play this. I'm like, yeah, no, you really got to come play this. So I went and I played, and oh, my God, they got me freaking. I love that game. I haven't played it in years.
Do you
But
know?
then there are different versions of it, too, from what I've heard.
Yes, there's
You know,
Cards
like-
Against Disney and Cards Against The Simpsons, Cards
yeah,
Against...
there's all kinds
Harry
of
Potter.
Cards Against.
And you just add them to your deck.
Yeah, like we
Oh,
filled up the
God.
bigger, blacker deck,
We're talking.
and then we have
15
expansion
years
packs
ago.
on that too. So, but
Well, and then since that
15,
game
18
came
years
out,
ago.
there has been one thing that has been always there, and it's they do hidden Easter eggs throughout it.
Oh yeah, dude.
So one of the things they did was they chose a few million emails in the world and sent out
Jeez.
a notice the first year they were a company
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Hey, we have a deal for you. Give us $1 and we will give you something for 12 days of Christmas." And now it's become a thing, and it's more expensive now.
Yeah.
I think it's like $30, but you get something for 12 days mailed to you.
Yeah, you get Cards Against Humanity, different set decks, and different specific cards.
And then like the bigger blacker,
Additions.
the bigger blacker deck. If you buy that, inside the lid is actually an extra card.
There's an extra game
you have
card
to cut
in there.
the bottom of the lid out to
And
get
then
to the
there's
card.
an extra card in there. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh my
Like,
god.
You know, that just reminds me of like when I was a kid, we didn't have like Cards Against Humanity, so we would play Balderdash and we'd make up our own stupid shit like that.
Well, and like
God.
Little Cam says, she
We
got it
used to
from
have 20
Target.
people playing.
So they actually had to change the bigger blacker deck a few years ago because places like Target and Walmart refused to carry it.
Oh wow.
Because,
I didn't know that.
Well, it was 1.5 feet long.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't fit anywhere, which that's what she said. But so they actually had to.
I can't even. We will get blocked if I say what I want to say. We will get shut off.
They made it shorter and wider. They went for girth, not length. Fred.
Excuse me. Oh dear.
Anyways, alright, so,
Sorry.
conspiracies.
Totally unexpected with my brain tonight. Holy crap.
So,
Sorry, folks.
Miss Nikki,
Oh,
seeing as though you're
yes,
the giggle
dear.
one right now,
Oh, and I haven't had anything in hours and hours to make me giggle, so.
oh, maybe I should.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
So, what is your
Yeah.
what is your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite is, oh crap. Oh no, I just lost it. The guy that, oh my god, they named it after him.
What's the basis of it? And then I could probably tell you the name of it.
The Indian gentleman who ended up in prison, who then ended up out of prison,
Mandela?
walked barefoot. Thank you!
The
My
Mandela
favorite
effect.
is the my favorite is the Mandela effect. Sorry, that's just because I hadn't gotten there yet with my brain.
Okay.
So the Mandela effect is my favorite. It's my favorite because there's so many aspects of it. Now it's also not my most least favorite, but I do have to say it's the most fascinating to me. And quite honestly, I do believe that it was because, well, actually, I believe it's a combination of things. I believe it's one of 4 things that are combining together to create the issue. One being CERN, 2 being government, and I'm not getting into that one tonight. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And crap, now I can't remember 3 and 4. But anyway, the point is that they're all combining together in a very specific way, and they're taking chunks, bits and pieces, chunks here and there, and it's effing with the what our timeline has been, which
With the time
then-
continuum, man.
well, and then
Yeah.
what's taking place is you've got the uppers, the higher upper echelon, the ones that actually have the real control, they've put it down to the conglomerates to do a controlled narrative to bring it out that
Nice.
it's not happening and all this shit. And so, because they're doing that, the upper echelon are doing that. It's in such a way that these conglomerates are actually they're kowtowing to them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's such bullshit. But anyway, so that's my take on it. But that's
So the Mandela
that's one of my
effect. Nice.
yeah, the Mandela effect is truly one of my biggest ones. I find it absolutely incredibly fascinating.
I'm telling you, it was always Jiffy peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
Friend,
What about you, Cole? What's your favorite conspiracy?
well, hold on.
theory?
I want to talk about Nikki some more,
Oh.
friend, because
Okay. In what way?
I almost feel like it's got to be something. I think there's got to be something else involved.
Yeah, that's I can't. What's
Like
frustrating to
my-
me is I
my-
can't remember 3 and 4.
My joke mind wants to say that you remember the old like campfire song, "My name is Joe," and I work in a button factory.
No, I
No?
don't remember that.
Friend, the whole thing is about a guy who works at a button factory and keeps pressing the buttons. Friend, and you have to do different motions
Yeah,
while you do it.
It's
And
kind of like a
friend,
new version of head, shoulders,
like-
knees, and toes. You're going so fast and doing
Okay,
different
got
movements.
My immature mind wants to
Got
say
it.
that guy actually works at CERN and that's what he's doing, and every time he presses that goddamn button, we change. Right. But
Well, they actually had a scientist. Oh, sorry, you had a butt in there, so I wanna-
well,
let's go with that.
I feel like okay. This doesn't happen often,
Yeah.
friend. But last night we put Ancient Aliens on to go to sleep. Now that part happens often. But I actually locked in and watched a full episode. Because of something they were saying. They were talking
Oh, really?
about Tesla. And
Okay.
the possibility that... You remember his whole idea of doing wireless electricity?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they're talking about the idea of all the standing stones in the world that we have across the world being part of an original grid for an electrical grid that was created to actually power ships. Friend, now I had another idea. Now, whenever you have a set of standing stones, they're always in a pattern. And the pattern doesn't always make sense to us. But I honestly kind of believe that it is possible that if you do something to these stones in a certain way, maybe you open a portal.
Okay, now we're getting into it.
Okay, but hold on. What if every time we open one of those portals, and someone does it by even accident, if anything travels through there, it affects our timeline?
Well, anything traveling back in time is going to affect your timeline. It's that
I
whole
don't.
fucking
It doesn't have to be a
butterfly
time
effect.
portal,
No,
a spatial portal, like time, like not time, but
well, space is time and time is space.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
they-
Right. That's an Earth theory. Are we sure that actually applies everywhere?
that is an Einstein theory, and he definitely was not of this earth.
But what I'm saying is,
I should ask him that one, Kayla. Next time he comes around, I should ask him that. He's actually pretty interesting to talk to.
what if it's actually just
Though I know you don't like him.
a possibility of trash, like byproduct, left over from something from before?
So our fucked up world that we're living in is just a byproduct of a bunch of people in ancient times passing through standing stones?
Yes, leftovers.
damn, I really don't like being the leftover galaxy. That sucks.
But, like,
We're just chilling in the cosmic fridge in that one little bucket that nobody fucking eats till we get washed away. I'm sorry.
well, no, but it's just because, like, okay. Yes, I believe everyone believes in something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
But
I don't think everybody does.
whenever you believe in something, you still have to have a reason in your head to do something.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes and no. I mean, there are just, like, times where you just fucking do something and it's really stupid and you usually end up hurting yourself pretty bad.
Name me a reason that the entire area of Ireland, Scotland, and Britain, they decided, let's stand these stones on end. Let's see what happens.
They did it because of the Fade folk. It had absolutely nothing to do with anything else.
But that's not a fact.
It's a fact in Ireland.
The whatchamacallit stones in England, the pillars, I can never. Thank you, Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Our Keith Andrews and I totally agree with him, because the second he started talking about it,
Yeah.
I started having flashback. He's right. He literally said publicly sometime, like years ago, like 5 to 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
that he remembers being around the Stonehenge, and they used to use it at the original location, not where it's at now.
Ritual sacrifices.
For diving underneath, no, they used it as protection against a certain race of ET who was essentially, it was during a war, during a ET war that happened, and I can't remember all how he worded it. It was very eloquent. It was just, it flowed. It was pop, 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 one after another. And I just started, he mentioned one specific thing in that, and that's when I started having psychic flashbacks. It was like, whoa. And I'm instantaneously, I mean, he didn't even say any of the rest of it. He had said something specific about the stones themselves, and the next thing I start having all these psychic flashbacks, and I think they're from a past lifetime, but I don't remember the lifetime because it goes back a long, long ways. So, but and then he started talking about how it was specifically used for a method of protection for when they were under attack. They would go, and there was some kind of something underneath the. You had the pillars on top. You had the Stonehenge in a specific shape, and underneath it there was a specific like cavern. And the stones themselves, if they stood underneath the stones in the circle, but under the ground in this cavern, it would protect them. Whereas if they were in another cave or somewhere else, they would have been gone. They would have been killed. So it was really fascinating.
So it really was straight up protection.
Was that true for all of them?
No, I don't
wouldn't
know if
think
it's
so.
for all of them. I just know it's for that one. The other one,
well, I mean, like, they got wood hinge and everything. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
not all of
made
the
me
hinges
ask
were
some
made out of
questions
stone
about
either.
it, though.
No, but
No,
like, we don't know if back then there was caverns underneath them, because like Woodhenge is under fucking water now.
Well, yeah.
So like, we have no idea what was there before.
No. Well, we don't know what was there after either. Okay, so depending on when the actual build happened, okay, because you can't radiocarbon date rocks to an extent, like you can, but not really, to tell you like when they were moved from one place to another place, unless it has biological like stuff put into it.
You can,
but
but they won't with Stonehenge.
No, I'm telling you, like, you can radiocarbon date the rock, but that doesn't mean that that's when it was placed.
But they can
Like-
tell when Stonehenge would have been placed. They refuse to.
All right. So, well,
Because-
that's because it's before Göbekli Tepe and all
No,
that
the
shit.
only way to do
Anyway.
it is to take it apart.
Ooh, taking apart Stonehenge.
Because you have to take samples from where
well,
the
you'd have
rocks
to get
meet
core
center
sample.
line.
Yeah. But okay. So depending on when it was built. So let's say if it was built 6,000 years ago, then maybe there could have been some kind of cavern or something underneath of it. However, if it was built 12,000 years ago, that could have been before the time of the mass flooding and everything else. So in that respects, there could have been water and underneath and over top of, like, it depends on the actual build date of the circle itself, whether you would know what kind of weather or what kind of land masses or anything that were happening at that point. Like, it would be... But it is always possible to have caverns underneath of things. Like, if you actually think about, like, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, and then from Göbekli Tepe, if you take, like, straight and you keep going, you will find all of the underground cities and stuff in Turkey, too.
I find these conversations really fascinating and honestly really needed within the public domain.
I just like when
yeah.
Kayla gives directions. I'm like, pass the camel,
Pass
or the rock.
I know. Okay, I'm terrible at directions. That is one of my major downfalls, is the fact that I could get lost in my backyard. Okay? Jesus.
And how big of a backyard do you got, dear?
Like a half acre.
If you
It's
see the,
like,
if you
not
see
that
the
big,
guy
dude.
selling his hat on the side of the road, you've gone too far, friend.
Jeez.
So, how about you? What is your favorite or hated most or weirdest
Well, may as well do
conspiracy
favorites
theory?
first, Brian. And okay, I don't know which direction I want to go because I have two.
Go one direction.
One is mean.
One is mean?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, of course you'd bring out the mean shit. Just say it. You know you want to.
Birds aren't real.
Is your favorite or your
It's
most
my
hated?
favorite to make fun of.
Okay. All right. Because what's in that turkey on the table?
No, it's the fact that birds don't like cross borders now. Ice is stopping them.
Oh,
Like, come
yeah,
on.
Yeah, they come up with some really crazy conspiracy theories with that one lately.
Like apparently the birds aren't real. It's only birds in America.
It's American birds aren't real.
Yeah.
And it's only specific types of birds.
Yeah. Friend, so
Yeah, it evolved. It evolved. Kind of like the raptor into a bird.
and like honestly, I can honestly just picture how this started.
Yeah, there was
And
one...
it's one guy sitting in his basement. See that? Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Little Cam, Fred, pigeons charge on power lines. Yes. And that's the problem with squirrels. See,
God.
Well,
squirrels
then
aren't real either.
either?
but they don't. They can't accept as much voltage, so they explode when they reach the pole. Fred.
God, you guys.
Holy crap. Okay. Well, not only that, but I mean, they just can't cover as much ground, so they're almost useless. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the spy cats.
That
back
was
in the
version
day.
1.0. Fred.
Version 1.0 was a squirrel.
Yeah.
And then we moved up to birds. Yeah.
The guy who came up with making them birds is now a congressman. Fred.
All right. If we're talking about our favorite ones to mess with people,
Well,
or
it can be
mean
favorite
about,
in any way.
I would have to definitely go with Flat Earth for mine. Okay.
Oh, yeah. mhm.
Just because I had this dude, okay, they were talking about flat earth and everything else, and honestly, my favorite part about the flat earth theory is if you go on their website that they used to have, it said that they have so many members around the globe. And it just made me laugh because I'm like, but it's not a globe, it's flat, guys. So, I had this dude that was talking to me about how stupid people were to believe in flat earth theory. Right? So I took the opposing side to that, and I straight up was fighting for it. Like, just like, why would you believe that? Like, I believe in flat earth theory, you know? Like, just to mess with this dude that I worked with. And he's like, well, explain to me how it looks like a sphere from outer space. And I'm like, okay, I got this. Now, if you take a quarter and you spin it really, really, really fast, from above, it looks like a sphere. The Earth is flat, but it's spinning so fast that it makes it look like a sphere from space. Like, by the end of this, I had him totally convinced that the Earth was actually flat. It was a lot of fun. Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Brian,
Yes.
the hard part is when a movement like that gets so much traction. And that's the biggest issue. Is now
Yeah.
you can
That's
pretty
true.
much take anything from history and say the opposite. And if you can get enough followers on Facebook or, well, social media in and of itself,
In itself, yeah.
Then it becomes
it
fact.
becomes fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fred,
According to everybody who don't, yeah.
Well,
and that is a horrible thing.
and Nikki, say your famous
I
line.
agree.
Because that is exactly
Do
where
your-
it fits.
Do your own research. This is why I say it over and over and over and over again, because if you don't, you're
I would
going to
like
be believing some bizarre shit.
I
No
would like
joke,
one
right?
amendment to that.
What's that?
An
Do your own
amendment.
research. Unless you're a super evil genius, then have your minions do it. I mean,
Yeah, well, okay.
that's what those little yellow guys are for.
Oh, God.
Fred, what?
Minions.
Yeah.
You made that a racial thing, didn't you?
What? No.
Don't lie to me.
What are you talking about? Never.
Fred, a blate spheroid.
It's a spheroid. Yes.
What the hell is an oblate spheroid?
It's in a blade.
Yeah.
Spheroid.
Is that in chat?
Yeah, it's little Cam saying it.
Okay, I'm off somewhere else. I'm trying to get, making sure that we're posted. 1 second.
It's a geometric shape similar to a sphere that's been squashed at the top and bottom, making it bulge at the equator and flatter at the poles. Well, that just means all of Earth eats too much.
It's squishy.
Fred, we got too big of a waistline. Fred,
Oh, that's America.
well, yeah.
America made it in.
It's our fault.
To a spheroid. God, I don't think that's how it works, Nikki.
That's how I meant it.
You know
Oh
what? That's
my
not true.
God,
That would
Kayla.
make it work.
Well, I guess if you
If
had so
one-
much fat on one
Because
side.
yeah, on one side, it would start to,
It would-
as it spins,
Agitate.
would start to
Bell
squish.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Oh, God. So the Earth is just a spare tire of America.
I mean, if it was Canada's or Mexico's fault, it would just be a muffin top.
Yeah, that's true.
Friend,
That's true.
like,
All those fat penguins in Antarctica making it top heavy.
one way to
All right,
it's a goofy night tonight, folks.
that's the new movement.
Oh, man. That's the new movement.
Earth is a muffin top.
Earth is a muffin top
Fred.
due to fat penguins.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, but it's okay because they're not real.
That's why everyone loves Canada. We're the muffin top.
Oh, honey.
What?
Only Canadians love Canada.
That is so not true.
No,
You know it.
that's not true.
And actually, I was talking to John about that on the way home.
Yeah.
He said he did notice the difference. And he said it in a way that made sense. It's the fact that Canadians aren't nicer. We're still assholes. We're just politer about it. Or more polite. And he's right. We still tell you to F off. We just do it in a very nice way.
You don't do it in the southern way, which is
Kinda, oh, bless your soul.
Bless your heart.
No, but like, you know what the
Yeah.
biggest insult in you can give someone in Alberta is?
She's a nice lady.
No.
Oh.
Like straight up insult saying, like, go F yourself. It's, don't be a goof.
Don't be a goof.
Yeah, don't be a goof.
Why are you being all goofy over there in your bunny
No,
hugs
you
and
can't add the Y. It's just goof.
Okay.
Yeah,
Goof.
I heard that when, God, what year was it? 1980, early 80s. I had a girlfriend named Sean, and she had grandparents, but not grandparents, excuse me, aunt and uncle in Canada. And I don't remember what part. It was so close to the border that literally across the street was the United States. And I actually, they told her and I, oh, just go play outside. Just don't be a goof. And I'm like, I looked at that and I went, what was that? What? And I was like, okay, that one's new. Now I understand what the real meaning of it is.
Yeah, it's like, originally the term that most people would have used in the U.S. for it was, don't be a R word.
Yeah.
And like no one says that anymore. Well, hopefully, as many people as not possible. But for it,
Yes.
sorry, Kayla's fault.
I'm sorry. I wrote him a little note that said I agree with that. Canadians taste better. Yeah.
Taking that out of the the weird realm, like the sexual realm, that would probably be true because we don't eat as many processed foods as the United States.
Oh wow.
Just saying.
God.
I offered John a hot pocket when he was coming home, like on the way home, and he said no, please. So.
That's awesome.
That's actually really funny.
Shoot. Okay.
Oh, God.
Alright. So,
Where do we go from there?
Well,
where's everybody with the reptilians? How are y'all feeling about that? Jeez.
Oh my God, I saw some reel today and some guy went off. He's a pretty decent researcher, and which is one of the reasons why I follow him.
Mm-hmm.
Today he posted something that he just went off on, and he went into biblical version of ETs and how they're and it's the same bullshit scenario that everybody's doing about, oh, they're demons and they're fallen angels and they're coming to kill us and they're this and they're that. And I just went, excuse me?
They're the Watchers in the Anunnaki, man. Come on.
Oh, and that's the other one that drives me just... But I did say something, but I was like, wow, I didn't say what I usually say. And I just went, okay, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Because he was fear-mongering. That's what really pissed me off, is that he was fear-mongering. And I'm like, quit with the goddamn fear-mongering. there's no need for it. But then again, when you're in the public and you don't know you don't know the subject, or you've not been in it for years,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I understand that it can be frightening, but oh my God, he had like something like 1.5 or 1.5 or 1.7 K followers.
Yeah.
So 1,000. And I was just
No.
like,
Well,
no, dude.
yeah, 1,000.
I watched a reel today that made me laugh my ass off.
Oh yeah.
Good.
The thing is,
Hear it.
people still believe this. And it's the fact that a reporter asked in the early 80s, and I'm going off that timeline based on who was in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He asked Angus Young and Brian Johnson of AC/DC.
Oh wow.
He said
That's
people.
what it
He
means,
said,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He said people believe that AC/DC stands for Antichrist, Devil's Child.
What?
And Angus looks
Yeah,
at
that's
him
what
and shakes his head and says, "It came off the back of my sister's sewing machine." Like, that's it. It means power. That's it,
Yeah. Yeah.
friend. But like that whole movement of back in the 70s and 80s of heavy metal being evil.
It's the evil. It's the devil's music.
That if you turn record
Backwards.
it
Yeah.
gives a message from the devil. Well,
Yeah. Oh man, that
If
was
it did-
bastard.
the devil had a stroke. Because you can't understand shit when you do that.
Well, not only that, then you have the folks who were also doing Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which I'm all for.
Yeah, the mad
But
movement.
when they get the MAD movement, yeah, MADD. But when you get them involved in saying that music was satanic and it was this and it was that, that was when I walked away. I was like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
5 FDPs.
But what is I'm not
Five-finger
reading
death
that
Five
right.
finger death punch. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Friend,
My eyes are turning the 5 into a letter S right now, which
Well-
means I'm tired.
that's not your eyes. That's YouTube. Friend,
That's
because it did it to me too. Friend,
I was like, what the hell is that?
What would that stand for? Sexy
I know
fat
what
dad
five-finger
porn?
Oh my God, Kayla.
single
Holy
finger
crap.
death punch.
Single finger death punch? Yeah. Ooh, no. That.
Yeah, take it how you want it. Friend,
No. God, tonight is a weird episode.
friend,
When are they not, though?
right?
Yeah. Well.
This is what we're
I knew
good at.
tonight was gonna be freaking weird. Just like, it
don't
started
worry.
off weird.
You were
everything's-
scared.
I was terrified. I suck at technology, man. I was like, and then I fucked it all up. I'm sorry. Anyway,
No, you didn't. You didn't fuck it all. It's only one spot that went
And,
And
we were only
that's
7
okay.
minutes late.
in, com-
I caught it
in
quickly.
comparison for my stuff. Oh, please, sweetie.
I'd
You
be
did
sitting here
damn
like,
good.
why in the fuck isn't this on YouTube? What is going on? Like, so, oh man. Okay, this is why technology and me can't be homies. Like,
Lil Cam, if you have several albums out yourself, you are welcome to put a link to them, like a SoundCloud link or anything to your albums on the chat if you want. I'm not going to kick you off for that. I'm not going to delete it. Friend, I think YouTube's okay with that. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
If it's not, then you can part out part of the link. So
Yeah.
you can do it in 3 sections. I've done that before.
Friend,
Oh man. Oh. What other crazy ass conspiracy theories have I heard lately? The black hole.
son?
No, won't you come wash away? Okay. No, it's. I can't remember. Oh my god.
They're gonna DM in the Discord server.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, the super collider is gonna make a black hole and it's gonna suck Earth into it, and like you know that whole thing, like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they're like making the God particles and everything, and if they do too big of a particle and the particle combusts and everything else, it's gonna create a black hole, and it's gonna all suck us down and make us a tiny little baby black hole.
I don't really consider that a conspiracy, though.
Well, how is that not a conspiracy?
Why?
Because it's something that could happen.
No, it can't.
Well, hold on.
Whoa. Okay.
If enough bad things happen all at once, something like that could end up happening. You never know. They are messing with shit that they have no idea,
They're
honestly,
messing with
about.
particles, dude.
Huh?
They're accelerating particles.
Okay.
Particles have been accelerating since the beginning of time. Well, I
But
mean,
I got a
something
question
did
for you.
cause the Big Bang
Yeah.
in the first place.
How many?
So, I mean, there's that. But
So, how is a black hole created?
what?
How is a black hole created?
By the death of a star.
Okay, what causes a star to die? Like, what leads to that?
Supernova, fucking giantism, fucking red dwarfs.
Okay,
Zombie
so
stars.
if they accidentally create something leading to that at a smaller scale, but what does a black hole do automatically?
Okay, but see, this is the problem that nobody really thinks about, okay? There's micro black holes all over the freaking place, okay? A micro black hole cannot actually do anything. It blips in and out of existence so quickly that it can't actually suck in the whole of Earth. You would have to have a pretty damn good sized black hole before it can actually have the power to do that. A real, like a minuscule or a micro hole, right, would bleep out of existence before anything else would
I
happen.
gotta ask you because I know Nikki won't. What do you consider to be a good-sized black hole?
In this context, it would have to be at least like 2.5 feet by like 2.5 feet.
Damn.
So yes, it would have to be a giant gaping hole. Is that what you wanted to hear, Cole?
I don't even think that's possible. Right?
But no, like the micro black holes, the minuscule black holes, they're all over the place. But they bleep in and out of existence so quickly that they can't actually generate the power to pull.
Okay, but at one point in time, CERN's concentration was on how to create a stable black hole.
Yeah, but it was a mini one.
It doesn't
It
matter.
was a micro
what does
hole.
stable mean?
Stable means that it stays in existence for more than a couple of seconds. Okay? That would be the definition of the stabilization of a black hole. Okay, and yes, if it did continuously stay in existence, but that's the problem, is it's not feeding. Like, if it's that small, it's not feeding.
But that's the thing. What that's saying is that enough things go wrong that it does feed.
Okay, now you're talking about, like, infinite probability theory and, like, the fact, like, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy bullshit, where all of a sudden there's a whale and a fucking plant falling out of the sky. Okay, because anything that can happen will happen and does happen.
That's where you're taking it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, every time a scientist tries something, how many times do they get it right on the first try?
Depends on who the scientist is.
Really? Because 90% of the scientific factors that we've had in even the last 200 years, like the scientific breakthroughs we've had, were mistakes.
No, there were a lot of mistakes out there, I'm telling you. But every once in a while, somebody hits that home run right off the bat.
And they created something great at that point.
Or they were looked at as an obscure, fucked up person, and nobody actually looked into it until a couple hundred years later and then went, hey, wait a minute.
True.
They were considered delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell do they call that now? Eccentric. They're an eccentric person.
But the thing is...
Yeah, that was a term too, yeah.
I don't consider it a conspiracy because we don't actually know what CERN is really doing.
They're de-evolving chicken eggs into velociraptors.
But the problem is, that's the shit they're telling us.
Yeah.
But they're not telling us
Well-
how many times they fucked up.
I would be more concerned about SETI than
There's-
I'd be concerned about CERN any day of the week.
Why, he's dead.
Explain. But before you do, they're in the last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks? Yeah. I think it's the last 2 weeks. There has been a female scientist, I do not remember her name. I haven't focused on it long enough to remember it. Where she has talked about coming out, something about her NDAs being okay to talk now, and coming out and talking about the fact of certain things that they have done at CERN, and that they're actually got portals where entities are coming and going through, and they're watching it, they're observing it. I find that really fascinating.
I find that scary as fuck.
Well, yeah, that too, because they shouldn't be opening one to begin with, but they're scientists and they want to know how things work. However, when you deal with paranormal, because that is paranormal,
Yeah.
you're asking for a world of freaking hurt. And it's stupidity in my realm, in my way of thinking. What?
Not all scientists are just out there to fuck the world over. Like,
I know, but what they're doing is truly gonna screw some shit up.
Kayla, Oppenheimer, and friggin' Einstein, and all the guys who were involved with the atom bomb weren't there to fuck the world up. That wasn't their hope originally.
No, it wasn't, and neither was like Project Paperclip or any of these fucking things. But they did result in catastrophic death.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, but and then again, on the other hand of that, without the catastrophic deaths, without the human experimentation, without all this crazy shit that happened in the past, we wouldn't have any idea about certain medical breakthroughs and stuff in the future.
Yeah.
I know that it's a horrible way to look at it, but
it's a catch-22.
yeah,
is basically what you're saying.
yes, is that the only way for progress to happen is sometimes horrible shit needs to happen in order for them to figure out why. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
In some senses,
Makes
yes.
sense to me. Doesn't,
Not like,
but doesn't mean I gotta like
No.
it.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense for every
And I
situation.
don't believe that we should just be grabbing humans off the street and experimenting with them in horrible fucking ways just to make it so that we figure out a new pacemaker or something like that. That's not. But a lot of our scientific breakthroughs have come because of horrible catastrophes or horrible experiments or horrible things that should never have freaking happened, but they did.
But at the same time, that's you, like, in that statement, you are saying that's the only reason. They wouldn't have happened if
They would have potentially happened, but it wouldn't have happened on the same timeline had it not been for certain things happening. And in certain cases, yes, it could have been a little bit faster. Absolutely. But I mean, so we'll take, for instance, Marie Curie, okay? And all of her work that she did and everything else, okay? She died for her work in isotopes. She died for her work. But through her work and through her death and the death of her husband, which is a really weird story, but they were able to create things out of those isotopes that made so many advancements in so many different areas that it wasn't even funny. Like, just say, like, science in general is not always clean. It's a dirty profession. And there's a lot of people that do dirty things in order to make sure that their experiments work.
Yeah.
But
and then some have a conscience.
Yes, but in the end, I mean, like, that's humanity in a nutshell. Like, most people would step on somebody else in order to get themselves one step higher. Like, it's a horrible way to look at it, but unfortunately that's kind of the world that we live in sometimes, is where
Well, and
people are
even
willing
movies
to do
depict that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit, Prada. I can't think of the name of the movie, but
Devil Wears Prada?
something. Devil Wears Prada, prime
Mhm.
example of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's portrayed in our media, and I'm specific media meaning movies,
Mhm.
not news or anything like that. But yeah,
But you know, there are
it's
also scientists and people out there that specifically do things for the betterment of mankind. And they have been trying for some of them fucking centuries to get their work seen as betterment for mankind.
mhm.
Nikola Tesla is a perfect example of that, where a lot of his stuff was to advance us to a level without all the catastrophe that needed to happen in order to do it.
But the problem is, growing up,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest thing we always heard things from our parents, different little sayings and different little quotes.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the one I've heard the most, partly because of the person I was, partly because of some of the people I hung out with,
Yeah.
was if you just channeled that, what you're doing, into something good.
Into something constructive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
into something constructive or something
Yeah, that
good.
was the word I was.
And then you'd be where you want to be a lot faster. That's the thing. All these guys who
And that's the problem. It doesn't work like that.
Not always.
not always, but
No,
it can.
you've got to. There's a timing thing with that. That's what people don't recognize, is that there's actually a significant timing factor that moves along with that. And I interrupted. I apologize.
No,
Well,
it's
no,
fine.
but it's
Please go on.
it's just like today, like people that want to become like YouTube or whatever influencers, okay, or
Yeah.
want to become these things. A lot of that has to do on timing as well. There's
Yeah,
just as
true.
much luck involved in that kind of stuff as there is work and effort. But if you put the amount of work and the amount of effort into it, then you don't need as much luck, because you are physically putting yourself into it.
You're
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah,
You're making it happen. Make it
exactly.
happen, Captain.
at one
Right.
point,
The old saying from a movie.
at some point in time, all of our boys, all three of them, said, "I want to be like Mr. Beast."
Oh God,
And
yeah.
I looked at them and I said, "You don't work hard enough. Not yet, Fran."
No, because nobody sees the amount of
that- yeah.
actual time and energy and like all of the deletes and all of the editing and all of the stuff that goes into producing anything.
Mhm.
Nobody sees the behind the scenes of producing anything.
Correct.
And the amount of time some of these people spend doing their productions
Yeah. Yeah.
is ridiculous. Like, they're working 3 full-time jobs. It's insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, once you reach a certain level of awareness and everything else, then you can kind of slack on a few things, or you can get a team to do things for you or whatever, but you're still working, or you're paying somebody else to do the work.
Correct.
Like, there's still a lot of crap that goes into that people don't think about.
Hell no, no slacking,
Correct.
Fran. I don't know,
Yes.
I do think though, we have, okay, serial killers.
Holy shit. We what?
Not
We went from
well,
black
not
hole
all,
to serial
yeah,
killer?
but not all of them.
Okay.
Because there's some of them that I don't honestly know if they could ever change what they want.
Are.
Well, yeah,
Or what they are?
Yeah, or what they are. But there's been a few out there that literally they never said how do I put this? whenever they were asked why they did what they did, they said they were bored. Nothing else to do. Friend, well, there's lots of stuff. But like that's the reason that they gave. And
yeah, fetishes. It's a psychology issue, but
Well,
it's also fetishes.
So I gotta be honest here. It is for certain people. Okay, so there are the select group of people that do horrible things like that because they want to figure out what it's like. Okay, it's more of the like
it's a scientific process for them.
Scientific approach to it, where they're like, okay, I know this is wrong, but I have to know what it's like to do this. Okay, with a lot of people like that, you definitely have some mental health issues. You have some upbringing issues a lot of the times.
Yep.
You have different scenarios, nature nurture crap that's been happening to these people that drives them to do these horrible things, for sure.
And then
you
there's
definitely
chemical
have all that.
imbalances, too.
Yes. But
Yeah.
you also gotta understand that you have those select people that really will just go out and do something once because they have to know what it's like. Like, it's like a part of their human experience. Okay? And it can be something as simple as, like, skydiving. You have no desire to do it, but you have to do it at least once to know what it's like. Okay? There are documented cases of murderers, of people that kill people, specifically for that reason.
And that's the thing. If there was a way for them to channel that into something else where it wasn't evil, friend, I think no matter what way you look at it, they would become a more productive. Because
Well, yeah,
no way.
Well,
I don't care
they're
what people
victims.
say.
Yeah.
But I don't care what people say with this. In no way are they productive society when they do that.
No, because you're going against societal
Not in the
norms.
least.
That's not...
Yep.
And if we could channel it so that it becomes productive, you never know what they could do. The potential there is almost unbinding.
Right. Well, and, okay, so...
There are some victims, crime victims of these serial killers. Some have come to me and all they want is peace. And they're not having it. They're okay on the other side. That's not the point.
Yeah.
The point is that they're not having the peace that they were hoping to have because their parents, I will never forget, there's a girl that came to me. She's a Florida crime victim. They never did figure out who her murderer is, and she was abducted and murdered. She came to me a number of years ago. I think I've talked about her before, but she doesn't want her parents grieving so badly. She's like, I'm gone now. But I am okay, and so, these people that do these horrible, horrible things, and they will. Oh, and that's the other thing. They'll never find her remains. I mean, they will.
Yeah.
Alligator ate her. I mean, it's So I've been given a lot of last memories of a lot of these. Well, not the ones that I know of, and there have been a lot, but all of them. The consensus is they want peace for their families, and yet they're not, and peace for themselves because it's a different subject. I don't know how else to say it than that. But,
definitely. I mean, and that.
But yeah, I mean, you get such situations with these people who do these mass killings, and it's just like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I have.
And then you get the one-off situation, different ball game. So, but still, it's not a good thing,
Well, no.
you
I
know,
mean,
and
anything that
it's,
takes a human life, anything that takes anything's
yeah.
life is not a good thing. Like,
And
but
you look at all the different ones that have done it. I mean, look at Capone
hmm
and the information I mean, he used to get his jollies off. I
well,
mean, he
see,
doesn't do
okay.
it
So
now with me, but
here's the thing
Jesus.
that I've always found really fascinating about that particular subject is people
Yeah.
will look at somebody like Jeffrey Dahmer and say that they were like a demon, that they were a terrible, awful person in every way, shape, and form. There was nothing about them that's redeemable. That kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at like any of the majors, like Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac Killer, any of these ones,
All of
and
them. Yeah.
they'll be like they were just horrible people, right? But then people will sit there and idolize people like Al Capone, even though his death
Oh,
count is higher than the death counts of some of these serial killers. But they'll be like, man,
yes.
he was an awesome gangster. He did this, he did that. And I'm like, same shit, different pile. Like, it's you're
Thank
still
you.
out there murdering people. Like it
He
doesn't matter if you're.
I feel like you're a
when
little bit
he when
biased.
he
I am a little
no,
biased,
but
but
when he what listen, when he has been known to come to talk to me,
yeah,
and he's respectful now because I made him be, or he wasn't going to be freaking anywhere near me.
yeah,
Um, and because I stood my ground with him, and I wasn't putting up with his bullshit routine. But um, it's when he actually started showing me what he had done and things that even the feds didn't know about.
hmm
I don't know the names of the people he unalived,
yeah,
but I have the frickin' memories of how he did it, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, no, 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 no.
But see,
But
that's where I'm saying that
they're
these
not,
things are all
they
catch
are mental
22s
up
because
here.
we'll sit
They
there
are
and we'll
mental.
glorify certain people for things that they did where they
Yeah,
have
and it's not.
it's
Oh
just
my
as
God,
bad as
don't
the other people.
glorify.
Exactly.
Yes,
So
you don't glorify.
when it
It's
gets onto
just,
that kind of a subject, I'm not the best person for that kind of stuff because I just
I get angry.
yeah, I don't I have a very weird belief structure in life, and you know
Yeah,
that. And my
yeah,
belief structure
I
just doesn't
understand.
add
Yeah.
up to the same things that most people's do. So,
Well, and you've got a different take on it too because of how your soul has had to deal with things, just as with my soul. I mean,
mhm.
it's we all deal either similarly or
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
different or very different.
Well, and a
And
lot of it, like some people believe that it has to do with the reincarnation of your soul and the different past lives that you've been through based off of how you felt as X, Y, or Z versus what you are now.
hmm
Um, and definitely, I think that part of that will play a part in that. But I think that a lot of the stuff that we feel has to do with, like, weirdly, like your early childhood years and, like, things that you experienced or
yeah,
things that you saw that made you into a different, it gave you a different understanding than somebody else that never saw or did these things. Like, that kind of thing.
yeah,
So, and then, like I'm
it's
saying, we get back to that whole nature versus nurture thing, and
uh,
we're never going to figure that out because I know people that have grown up in what you would call the suburban, like, perfect household type thing, and been terrible people. Like, their entire family, besides that particular person, would be, like, just amazing, and they do amazing things, and they're all, you know what I mean, they're all upstanding
hmm
citizens and everything. And they'll have, like, one cousin or one kid that is just a horrible person, but for no reason. Like, there was nothing specifically done to this person to make them that way. It just happened that they were, you know? So,
yeah,
and I don't think we're ever going to figure out anything to do with that nature versus nurture thing because everybody's brain is wired to their own everything. Okay, so everybody's is unique signature, just like your fingerprints or anything else about you. You are your own unique person, and there's no way that we can map out the brain of one crazy person or one psychopathic killer or something like that and put it to all of them. Because everything about your thought process is unique based off of who you are and the experiences that you've had.
Or the experiences that you have remembered from past life. Yeah,
or
very much
one that you didn't even have.
Or not even remember.
Yeah, it can be something as simple as a dream that happened that completely changed your reality and your thought processes.
Very true.
Like,
what were you going to say, Cole?
For example, okay, I love gangster stories.
Yeah,
like mafia gangster stories.
Mm-hmm.
Friend, I don't idolize them killing.
Whatever, you'd have been the guy with the Tommy gun. I know you.
I want Al Capone's money. That's still gone. I want that.
You want to find Al Capone's lost money?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool. We could pay a couple of things down. It'd be nice.
That is like life goal. Friend, bucket list. But, friend, I don't think I am as adverse to the killing as you guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have a different take on... Well, Cole, I will say, has always had a very different take on violence than a lot of other people do. It doesn't mentally affect him in the same way that it affects other people. That I've noticed.
Okay, I'm gonna say something here. The only reason why it affects me personally is because I've had these crime victims.
Yeah.
Who have
well,
come
I mean, it's different if you have somebody show up and talk to you about
it. And they're not just talking to me about it, Kayla. They're showing me their last memories of being alive.
When it comes to that.
And so whether it's a week, a month, or the day of, and some of it is so violent. I had 3 victims come to me, 2 women, 1 man, all unalived by the same serial killer. And they all showed healing of skin while they were alive. So when you have memories, other people's memories, put and forced into your own head, you have a very different take. There's certain reasons I can no longer watch certain TV shows.
Yeah.
I used to be an avid watcher. I can't. No. Ever since there's a very specific serial killer. I cannot, because his victims, he was part of a 3-person team, which I know how rare that is, but it does happen.
Yeah.
And he was the head guy, and he's got 2 lower downs, and he unalives the lower downs, and then he gets new ones that follow him. And I'm like, oh, you are one sick MFer. But his victims. They're the ones that come to me, and they used to. They haven't in a while. And I'm telling you, when you have those memories, it is really very, very difficult, psychology-wise, to not just know that.
Yeah.
To know that's their last memories, but I thank God for the guy, because he showed it to me in black and white, because he goes, okay, now I'm going to show it to you in color. And I went, oh, you've got to let me take a couple of deep breaths before you hit me with that. And then he showed it to me in color, and I'm like, okay, thank you for doing the black and white first, because that's... So, yeah, you're dealing with... It's a completely different mindset when you're dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's got a different viewpoint. And I totally understand that. I get it. It takes...
I'm not going to lie, Nikki, I'm a little disappointed.
About?
When you said, I'm going to tell you, Thought you were going to give me the location of that money. But fine. I get it.
Oh no, he's never.
You know,
He's
Fred.
never shown me. He's never shown me money. He's shown me bodies.
that dickhead.
Ew.
There are
Fred.
bodies. There are bodies he has shown me where they are buried, and then there are bodies that they will never be found because they were eaten by sharks.
Well,
Huh.
the next time he comes over, you tell him, come talk to me. He can tell me, he can show me anybody he
No.
wants as long as he shows me fucking money
No,
too.
Show me the
Fred.
money.
I
No.
would not. No.
No,
There's
I'm
people I would
totally
never
fine.
wish on.
I'm totally
Nope,
fine
nope. You
without
do not want that
seeing
spirit around.
people like that.
You do-
I'm good.
You don't want that spirit
Keep it out of
around.
my house.
Honestly,
Yep. Thank you.
I think I would be a little bit of hell for him.
Oh, I wasn't nice.
No, not that.
You know, I
but-
can defend myself, and I
Oh,
was.
for
Oh,
sure.
I don't
for
mean
sure.
that
We-
in that way,
we
Nikki.
didn't play.
But
I know.
that whole thing goes two ways. If he's reaching out to me, friend, he's gonna feel some of me, and
Oh.
I don't know if he can handle this, friend.
Well, let's put it this way. I had hierarchy around me at the time, and I was very glad because. And they're like, "We're not worrying about you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but you don't want to get on the wrong side of me, because in the ethereal, I know too many beings, good, positive, and negative, and truly detrimental. And if I have to, I will call on the not so nice ones. And it's not a favor. It's because they know who. And for whatever reason, I've been told, not just told by the other side who I was, but what I can do. And
Yeah.
I grew up literally telling my mom I was always afraid of my own abilities and my own power, and I never understood that. I was that way all the way through my 40s, and it was in my or my 30s. Excuse me. It was in my mid to late 40s that I went, okay, I'm not so afraid of it now, but I don't understand it, nor do I understand where it comes from. Now I understand it.
Right.
I understand
Well,
where it comes from and how it came about and all of that. But yeah,
Well, just like your
that's
irrational.
wonky stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I say. Just like your irrational fears and stuff. Like, I never
Yeah.
understood why the hell I had so many weird irrational fears that most people don't have. Like, and there was
Yeah.
nothing that stemmed
Get
that or
it.
made that happen in any way, shape, or form. I was just
Exactly.
like, why is this like this? Why am I scared of that stupid shit?
Exactly.
But, I mean, we all
I
have.
grew up being told.
Yeah.
I grew up being told that I was very strong for a little kid my age or a teenager my age. I had guys telling me, "How come you've got the strength that you do?" That makes no sense. Who are you saying that to?
Robert.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Rabbit!
And no, it popped up on my other screen, so
Oh.
that I didn't see it otherwise. Which I thought was weird. Anyway, but yeah, so you can have a completely because to me that was a totally irrational fear. I did not understand it. Neither did my mom, because to me power meant strength,
Yeah.
and it's not always the case. In certain situations.
Like, you
so,
can have total mental strength, like, and
Oh, yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like, totally.
Oh my God.
Or emotional
Some people-
strengths.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
yes,
And just because a person is weak in, like, stature does not mean that they're weak in ability or weak in mind
Correct.
at all.
correct. Oh, before it gets any later, what's your guys' most disliked or hated conspiracy? I can't even remember mine now.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Right.
I had it and I don't
Okay.
even remember it.
I have to be perfectly honest here. My most hated conspiracy theory is simulation Earth. Okay?
Why?
Oh God, yeah.
Alright. And the reason that I hate the conspiracy theory of simulation Earth is because it's possible. And I don't want to think about the fact that my entire life and the entire existence of everything up until this point has all been some dude on a fucking computer Okay? I want to believe that reality is reality. But there are too many things that could potentially push that to a non-existent reality form of like a simulated version of ourselves type thing, like some kind of fucking Matrix shit, that it's a concept I don't want to think is real, but parts of my brain and the way that I think will catch me in the thought that I'm like, well, actually, maybe, because it could all be coding. It could all be, and then I get down that rabbit hole of like, is reality real? Like, which, I mean, I'm not like, no, I'm not like crazy. I don't think that like all of shit isn't real or anything like that, but there are certain things that happen sometimes where you're like, dude, that can't possibly be what's actually so I think that one for me, just because it fucks with my mind so much, and it makes me go, what if I am just like some simulated fucking... And the sad part about it is I know that if it was a simulated reality, I am not a player in that reality. Okay? I am not the person that they are playing in that reality. I am that damn person that goes, come, ask me a question. It is over there. Like, I am.
Hello, adventurer.
Guy. Yes. Hello, adventurer. Might I lead you to this folly? Okay, because...
my sheep have rung amok.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I am that basic-ass character in those video games that leads you onto your adventure. I am not the adventurer.
You are an NPC.
I am that NPC, baby.
Friend. Yeah,
no, I don't want to be an NPC.
Okay.
Sorry, that's mine. Yep. Yeah.
Kayla, do you believe in a higher power?
Oh, fuck. Why did you have to ask me?
Cuss, you're the one who brought this up.
God damn it. Okay. I would be considered, I guess, agnostic. I do believe that there is a higher power, but I don't know what it, them, she, he, non-binary, binary, whatever it is, it's out there, but I don't believe that it's necessarily one higher power.
But then in a roundabout way, if we have a higher power out there,
then somebody did create us, so we are their NPCs. Yeah,
yes.
I understand what you're saying, and that's why it fucks with me.
We are the ant colony.
Yes, okay. But I want to be the queen of the ants. If I'm going to be in the damn colony... Okay, and seriously, if somebody is out there fucking playing my character, you need to add money to that account and buy me some new duds and stuff. Because, I mean, seriously, like, upgrade. Upgrade to the next level and get me, like, some nice shit. That'd be cool.
They have a few times.
No, I mean, I've
and
upgraded a couple of times. I've upgraded a couple of times. But it would be nice if you put some money onto your account.
You still have clothes from 3 years ago with the tag still on them.
Yeah, I collect clothing.
But Cole, every woman has that.
Yeah, but okay.
She's not alone in that one.
All right, you know what?
Female
I will give him one portion of that though. So most women that I know have maybe one or two outfits that they're saving for like rainy day stuff. I do have a full walk-in closet that has never been touched before. So
that's a different story.
Yeah, it's like she's saving it for her next life.
And seriously, I do. I have like, what?
That's actually...
I got like 6 dressers and a full freaking like walk-in closet of clothes. And I'm maybe on a regular weekly basis wear like 8 outfits, tops. So, I mean, and then I like wash them over and over again because I'm like, whatever. And those are like what I wear. But I have probably over 1,000 outfits that I've never actually worn. I just collect them. So, I'll give you that. And there's a whole rack of shoes that I think I've worn. I wear one set of shoes and one thing of flip-flops.
2 pairs of shoes regarding me. That's it. And one is worn the most because they're the most comfortable and they provide the best arch support.
Hey, you know, in my defense though, I work a lot of hours, and my
Yeah,
work
you
attire
do.
is not like flattering by any means. It's a fucking pair of jeans and a hoodie. Like,
It's for
so
work.
I'm not exactly.
Hello?
So with that, I mean, there really is only like a day or so out of the week where I would wear anything different than like my regular standard ass work clothes, and
Mm-hmm.
and realistically, okay, I'm a regular chick. Sometimes, you know, I'll wear 6 outfits on that particular day and go, nah, nah, nah. Okay, this is cool. Or I'll just stay in my damn pajamas for that entire day because I'm like, you know what? It's my day off. I can lounge. Why not? Okay?
Oh, God.
God. So, yes.
We're
Truth
not
be
attacking,
told,
dear.
we all of a sudden figured out
Totally.
that I am a weird agnostic that is an average random.
That doesn't actually have a problem with simulation theory, but it has a problem with their user.
Yeah, I got a problem with my user. If my user is out there, I think he's using, because my life could have been so much different if you'd have taken me down like
Okay.
adventure path number 2. Come on, man.
Then, dear, what do you think of the clones and the clone theory?
Oh, great. Now I'm a fucking clone that's been AI generated? I don't like this,
No,
Nikki.
no. Not AI generated.
Okay, what are we talking about here?
Biologically recreated
I've
as
been
a clone.
biologically recreated as a clone. Okay.
Walking around, tra-la, doing whatever.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna take this to a new. I'm taking this to a new level of crazy here. I'm gonna let you know.
I don't like it.
I know you don't like it. Okay. So
The world doesn't need
Oh,
to.
this is gonna get interesting.
we are all biologically engineered robots, man. Okay? If you actually look at our systems and you look at what powers us and everything else, we have our own biological powering mechanisms that make us go. We have to intake energy just like a car. We got to intake gas. All of that crap. Right? Okay. So, what if, and I'm going to throw this out here as a crazy conspiracy here, but what if we are literally the advancement of what is that called? It would be cyber, not Cybermen, but oh no.
Dalek?
Huh? Well, no, not Dalek either. Jesus. Okay, but
Dialect, where the dialect?
what if we are the
Doctors?
continued advancement of cyborgs? Okay, so the original whatever
God.
of us was mostly metal, blah blah blah. We had a couple of regular organisms and stuff in there. Okay, but as we evolved through the years and we recreated and all of this stuff, what we are trying to make now, as far as robotics, is a robot that can procreate. So if we, through thousands of fucking years, through millennia, through whatever, were originally that freaking space traveling robot or whatever, then we just got more biological throughout the years.
Fuck you.
So
You're
now,
saying I just de-evolved.
yeah, basically.
Fuck you.
Okay, so
Not cool.
well, and see, that's the way that all of this ends up going. It's a circle. It starts from the beginning, it goes to the end. It's a circle. Okay. Yes.
Literally what you would be saying is both me and Robert have de-evolved.
Whoa. Just because you guys have some bionic parts does not mean you necessarily de-evolved.
You're saying we evolved from robots.
That's an interesting
no,
thing.
So
no,
now we're
Yeah.
de-evolving.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, you got metal legs, Robert got metal legs, you got
You're an
wheels.
asshole.
It is possible. You're de-evolving, yes.
Little Kim says, if we can create video games, why can't video games create us? That's how I see it.
You know what? There are certain video game worlds where you create within the creation to create something else. I for real. And
Yep.
it's like
True.
that 4-part creation. Okay. Perfect example of that one would be like the game that the kids out the Roblox thing. Or the
I don't
Oh,
think you know what
God, yeah.
Roblox is.
no, not Roblox. Minecraft, excuse me. The one with the block people. Okay? Because you have to create worlds within that world to create other worlds. Yeah.
Roblox is kind of the same thing, but you're creating games within games.
Games within games, which is basically the same stuff. Like, honestly, if you think about, like, if something as simple as, like, Farmville or something like that, you're creating a society within a game, and you're living through that first-person user view of that game. So, I mean, yeah. How do we know that the people within that game aren't somehow conscious as well? Like, you know what I'm saying. It's kind of messed up, but really, maybe this is how the human race continues, is through cybernetics and everything else, is through
Yeah, but that's not
simulated realities, because
No,
maybe,
it's not cloning.
maybe us as a society died out 2 million years ago, the last human lived, and now we're all simulated versions of, or we're recreations of, or we're clones of. And I mean, I can look at somebody, okay, and I can swear that that person, it's like that doppelganger theory, okay, where everybody has people that they look like, okay, and not just family members, but I mean, you can find somebody on the other side of the globe, and you
Yep,
look
I have.
like you are siblings, or you look like you
Yep.
could be twins. You find that person that, like, just
Yeah.
looks exactly like you. It's fucking freaky to see, super weird, but they're all out there, and it's kind of like those when you did the Wii, and you made the little avatars, or like the Facebook avatars, or anything like that.
Yep.
I really truly do believe that there's only so many sets of eyes, nose, mouth, and it's all just random meshes of different. Pick eye number 3, pick mouth number 4.
I'm going to tell you something. I had somebody 2 weeks ago, I think I said this 2 weeks ago on the show. They sent me, somebody I know, sent me, because they're on a dating app, sent me a picture of a young woman who could have been very easily a much young, like a 23, 24, 25-year-old version of me. And I just sat there and I about fell out of my chair because I was like, oh my God, looks like me between the ages of 20, 22 and say 25.
Yeah.
But at the same time, very easily could be one of my children.
Right.
I mean,
right.
we are.
And I found
like,
people that
that
do look like that, or like I'll be scrolling through like Facebook on like a random group page or something, and somebody will post a picture of somebody, and I'm like, holy crap, that looks like just like I did when I was that age. Like, whoa, you know. So, yeah, I will occasionally get that too, where I'm like, what? Were we like long lost siblings somehow and just didn't freaking know it? But I don't think my mom or dad get around like that, but you never know.
Maybe your mom.
Well,
Now I am going to say, Nikki,
Yeah.
in my mind, cloning in any sense is wrong. Nope. Just no matter your reason,
okay.
that it hurts someone.
Can I?
Yeah.
what I know with cloning is when it's done and they're actually doing cloning,
Mm-hmm.
they, meaning whoever they are.
The powers that
Although
be. Yeah.
I could say all this
Yeah.
info, but not tonight. It
Yeah.
just takes too long. But basically, if there is the ability, and just ponder this a moment, if there is the ability to clone, and I know there is,
Yeah.
if they can remove every ailment, every
To make you genetically perfect.
psychosis
Basically.
to make you genetically perfect, yes,
Uh-huh.
then what else does that also change?
Well,
Exactly.
Who is driving those clones?
mhm.
Because if it's not us, who is driving those clones? Because that's essentially what you're doing. It's like driving a vehicle, but it's a
Ooh.
different form of it in a different way.
See, I think of
So
cloning
what
totally
happens?
different.
What say that again? That didn't come out right
I
for
think
me.
of cloning totally different because even if you take the exact okay, so if you take some blood cells from me, if you take some brain cells from me, whatever you need, okay, you take it from me and you create something that looks and sounds and like feels like me, but it's not me, okay? That clone has its own mind and its own thought processes and its own likes and its own dislikes. It's not gonna be you.
Hmm.
It is gonna be its own individual person. So I I don't think of it as a recreation of you. It might be taking your genetic makeup to make something new. But they're going to have different experiences, they're going to have different thoughts, they're going to have different feelings, they're going to have different tastes, different likes, different hates. Everything about that person could be 100% different than the
But where's
original
the
that it copied from. So it
but
is.
wait a minute. But that would imply from what
Mm-hmm.
you're saying that it has a soul coming into it because that gets into uh the whole issue back into the issue of who's driving the clone because you can have the physical body,
I don't
but
think
who's
it's
driving it?
possible for life not to have a soul. Okay? So any living being has some version of a soul. Okay? So just because you took biological pieces and created something out of it does not mean that that doesn't have its own unique signature, own unique soul. Okay, it's just like twins. Okay, we'll take twins for instance, which are biological, and
Yeah,
they're copies of each other,
I,
except
I,
they're their own person.
identical
Yes,
twins. Yes,
yes.
yeah,
So take twins for instance in that scenario. Well, let's say they're two sisters. One sister isn't gonna like the same exact things as the other sister. They're gonna have their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own everything, and they're gonna have their own way of perceiving everything.
yeah.
And the thing is it's mostly our brain and the way that it fires and the synapses and
But
everything.
okay, that's the point. What are the reasons that we have come up to clone people?
Now, sadly, most of the reasons that we've come up to clone people have to do with the spare parts theory.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say
There's
person
numerous.
number one has a heart defect. Well, they take that defect out of person number two that they're creating, and then slaughter person number two and give them their heart because the rejection wouldn't be there because the same biological everything. So
Well, there's a trickle down effect in the
yeah,
movie theater on that one
there,
with a certain movie.
yeah. So
But and
Yeah,
then there's
there's
the
the
other one,
farming
island.
theory.
farming.
Yeah.
And then there's also the one
The
where
island.
you actually replace yourself
Yeah.
because you have a catastrophic accident.
Yes, or there's the one where somebody else replaces you because you, as an individual, know too much about everything that's going on with something, so they create this person to replace you in your regular everyday life.
But this is where I mean by someone always gets hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Your friends and family friend would know that's not you, because you're right. They don't have the
You
same
would
life
think
experiences.
Now,
You would think they would know them.
They would, to a degree. But, like, okay, so let's say I came home from work tomorrow, okay? And instead of being me, I was an exact copy of me that somebody made.
This is not a path you should take right now.
What?
I'm going to end up stabbing you tomorrow.
No, yeah. but, okay, so let's say I come home.
No, you won't.
Right?
No, you
and
won't. You take that back.
No, he probably will.
We'll see.
Okay.
We're
But if I came home tomorrow from work, you come and you pick me up, whatever. I get here and I am me. I look like me. I smell like me. I am me. Okay? But something's a little off. Okay? You're not going to automatically go to, holy crap, they cloned you and replaced you with a clone of yourself. That's not where people's minds automatically go. They go to, well, are you depressed?
Yeah,
are
but we've
you
already
having
said I'm not
issues?
normal.
Are you... No, I understand that maybe our situation would be a little different. But...
And it depends on what was different.
But most people
What was
would
off?
be like, it must be some kind of a mental thing. It must be some kind of a break. It must be some kind of a... Do you know what they're not going to automatically assume that a person has been replaced by a genetic copy of themselves. Like, that's just not...
That's why I stab you. If your blood comes out red and normal, then it's not
then
you.
it's not me. Yeah.
Friend.
Okay, we need to put a disclaimer because he is joking, people. So those that don't watch or haven't seen this before, Cole and Kayla, they're very good people. They also have very good and twisted sometimes sense of humor.
Nikki, do not lump me in with
Well-
that crazy woman.
Yeah,
I'm good people.
No. We
I'm
all
good
have
people.
weird sense.
She's weirdo.
Yeah, you both. We're all good people. We just all have a
Right.
weird sense of humor.
And really,
But I did feel that is necessary and
we
important
even
because
know-
there may be people not.
that Kayla's
There
people,
may be people.
What?
Oh, Nessie.
I'm just saying.
What did you say?
Do we even know
Uh-huh.
that you're real people?
Well,
Oh, see?
I don't know. See? I don't like this stupid simulation crap, and I don't like this cloney stuff. Because, see, it leads you down to rabbit holes like this, and then you wake up one day and you're just stabbed for no reason. I hate this.
There's good reason. Scientific method.
Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Every science experiment should start with a good stabbing. Whether it's
Oh,
the table, the computer.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, my God. Okay. You're just going to keep doubling down on that one, aren't you?
Getting twisted tonight.
But no, like I honestly do believe that all aspects of cloning are wrong.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. I love Dolly. She's cute as a fucking button. Or was. I don't
Dolly
actually know
the
if Dolly's
sheep is
still
what
alive.
he's
Yeah.
referring
I don't know
to.
if Dolly's still alive.
Yeah. Well, they've probably made 3.0 by now.
Yeah. But like the original, I don't know if
If
she's
not
still
6.
alive. Fuck.
Probably not.
She might be on
It's been
someone's
over
dinner
25 years. Yeah, very
Friend.
possible.
table. I don't know how that would taste.
Oh, now that's a thought.
Right?
Cloning cows for beef. Or cloning chicken for beef instead of remanufacturing the way they're doing it.
Dude, if you
What
clone
about the
chicken
clone
for beef,
option?
that would be
It would
fucking
never
crazy.
get past FDA rules.
No, it wouldn't.
Because you couldn't know the long-term effects of eating cloned meat.
Okay, so...
Yeah, but look at what they're doing now.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I
I
mean.
mean,
They'd
long-term
rather
effects of
have us
anything, I
eat
know
processed shit than go with a cloned one.
Well...
No, they're making not cow, but sorry, my back is itchy. They're making chicken.
Yeah. Clone chicken?
Yeah, it's not even cloning. It's a different form of molecular restructurization. I just don't remember what the hell they're calling it.
Oh
And
god.
how it's I remember it, I just don't know, I don't remember the words is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
no, I
say.
hear you. I
And
hear
it
you.
gets very
Gene
convoluted because
splicing.
they're talking about putting that in our schools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're doing that, then what about cloning the animal so that it's a different.
Okay, but
And
then
yeah, Cole's right. We don't know what it's going to do the human
okay, so
gene pool,
the problem with that, okay? So
genetics.
if let's say we took a herd of 100 cows, right? And we cloned the 100 cows, now we have 200 cows. Cool. Okay. First of all, we don't know whether or not clones can actually reproduce. We just don't yet know that. Okay? I would assume they could. They have all the parts too, but it doesn't mean that they're not
Not if they've
sterile. You know what I
not
mean?
if they've been not if they've been
Well, and that's what I'm
genetically
saying
modified.
is that
Yeah.
they could potentially just be sterile. And if that's the
Yeah.
case, well, then you have 100 cows, cool. You meet out 100 cows and you just keep doing it. Okay. But later on down the road, if these things can reproduce, okay? So if they get into a population and they start reproducing with regular cows that are not, okay, then first of all you would have the problem of what if we did this to like an animal like a frog who has the ability to be both male and female.
Female.
Okay? So
Yeah.
if a clone reproduces with the original that it was cloned off of, then what kind of effects are we
Yeah.
going to have off of that? We also got to think about what kind of effects in the future you would have by putting two almost, you could think of it as almost different species at that point together. What
Yeah.
would the offspring of that be? Or what if a clone got with another clone and had a cloned clone baby? Would there be defects in that child because of that? Like you just,
That's how you get fucking T-Rexes, people. Do you want T-Rexes in Miami?
no. Nobody wants a damn T-Rex in Miami.
Well,
Okay.
that's how it fucking happens.
Well, and that's why
Giraffe
I'm saying that
are
when we
in the real.
when we start pulling back things, okay, there's a difference between species that have been annihilated due to some human factor now versus species that were annihilated due to environmental factors back in the day. Okay? If you were to put a fucking dinosaur here, okay, first of all, that dinosaur, unfortunately, would almost immediately die because their lung capacity and everything else is built for a higher level of oxygen. So, that all aside, okay, so if this dinosaur did somehow live and actually thrive, well, you just completely screwed the ecosystem because this is an animal that has been extinct for so long that no one in modern day has even the slightest idea of what they truly look like, let alone what they're actually capable of. Because we sit there and we say that, oh, their brain was this size, oh, they were able to do that, oh, they were doing this, oh, they were doing that. But then we kind of figured out that maybe some of them are a lot fucking smarter than we thought they were. Maybe some of them are a lot dumber than we thought they were. And we don't truly know because we don't have the live specimen of that. So what we could be doing is our own annihilation by a species that actually ended up being smarter than the average human and we just had no idea. Like, it could be all kinds of crazy fucking shit that ends up happening.
That is not true. We know they're smarter. We have the historical documents. Do you not remember the show Dinosaurs?
Yeah, okay. Alright.
I mean, there was that
So-
velociraptor that sat in his room with the glasses and reading the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I remember that.
Not the daddy. Oh,
Not
No,
the,
no,
yeah,
not
Dad
the
was
mama.
a
Not the
TV
mama.
show.
There we
Not the
go.
mama.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not that one.
So
the
little
guy.
Kim is saying, I say, if you willingly wanted to be cloned, go for it. Like if you're old and about to die. but want to leave a physical copy here after death, I'd say go for it, like uploading consciousness to Alexa. Now, what I'm going to say to that is there has been discussion about consciousness being uploaded to technology.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and somebody, I don't remember who the hell it was, but somebody made the point about that subject, about what then happens to that consciousness if it's uploaded to technology,
Mm-hmm.
to where it then goes into and becomes bigger and stronger than, say, Alexa or the other ones that are out there.
The hardest part
It was a
about
rather
that,
interesting concept.
the hardest part about that is the fact that of how many of our normal societal functions and jobs and friggin' normal issues that would, like, that we go through everyone goes through in their life at some point, that would cause to not exist anymore. And the amount of chaos that would throw into our world, because number one, the only people that would actually be able to afford to do it would be the extremely rich and the most powerful, and that's fucking scary in and of itself.
Yeah, that's true.
The uber wealthy.
Yes. Number two, what happens to all jobs having to do with a state?
Yeah.
You just figured out how to live forever. You never have an estate again.
Okay, so this is also the issue that I see with this, okay? If you were to take, and this has been proven with different experiments throughout the years too, but if you were to take a person, they call it lock-in syndrome, okay? So
yes.
It's somebody that has full capacity of their brain, but no way to verbalize or to actually say what's on their mind. Okay, so they're like a constant observer, and they have opinions, they have thoughts on these things, they have everything that you would have on that, but there's no way to express that. A lot of people with what lock-in syndrome end up kind of going a little crazy because there's no way to express out any of the things that you're feeling. So you're like a constant observer in your own life. Now, if you were to take somebody and upload them into a program, I think that would be a living hell for whoever's consciousness got uploaded into there, because they don't have the physicality of the body. So all your bodily urges, everything else would be gone, but you'd still have all the thought processes of these things being able to happen. I think that it would be like being in the seventh fucking circle of hell, and I would never want to upload my consciousness into something to where I could never express any of my actual thought.
You just described a movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember the name of the movie, but it was with Johnny Depp, and I don't remember the actress.
Okay. But yeah,
it's a Johnny Depp movie.
But there is no way I would ever want myself plugged into that, because you would go nuts. You would never be able to do anything. And even if you got massive amounts of knowledge, what would it matter? It would be like constantly living in a world where you had access to everything but couldn't be a part of anything. And human beings naturally need other human beings. We're a herd freaking species. We have to have that other human interaction. And what happens when somebody is alone for a long period of time? Well, they start creating things to make human interaction where there is none. Perfect example of that would be like Castaway, where he made Wilson. Because he had to have somebody to talk to. He had to have some form of interaction.
Yeah.
And if you were completely stuck within the interwebs, you would never have any humanity left. You wouldn't be human anymore. It would drive you
Okay.
completely nuts.
Guys, on that
Go.
note,
Wait. Before we do it, Transcendence, the movie 2014, is
okay.
really a lot like what Kayla is talking about. Johnny Depp and Rebecca Hall.
Oh, okay.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to end. It is now 12:10.
Yep.
Friend, we went a few minutes over because we were a few minutes late.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not
Yep.
your fault. Not your fault. But shit
Nope.
happens. Friend. With that, so join us every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Friend, join Nikki every week on Restore Belief with Nikki Jacobs on YouTube as well. Like us both on Facebook and on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Yep.
You can't subscribe to us on Facebook yet because we're not monetized, but friend, we'll get there. Friend, tonight was great. Like, guys, friend,
Good show, good show.
we reached 103 views.
Yep.
That's amazing for us
Oh,
right now.
nice.
Like,
Yeah.
friend,
That's
104,
awesome.
never mind. Ha! Friend, sorry, but the show's ending. Sorry. Friend,
Yeah.
But you
yeah,
can watch
you
it
come and watch the replay.
afterwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
friend.
Yep.
All right, guys, we will see
And
you
I
next
will
week.
be on this week.
You will be on this week?
Sorry.
When?
Do you know?
I'm not sure if it's going to be Thursday night or Friday night, but I will be on this week.
Okay, so keep an eye out on Nikki's Facebook and her YouTube
Yeah.
to watch out for that. Friend.
Yep.
All right, good night, everybody.
Thanks
Good night.
for coming.
Data transfer complete. System malfunction. Please evacuate immediately. Program terminated.
Son of a bitch.